I like your hat. You like mine? Good. Guys and girls, welcome to the channel. My name's Callum X, and today it's my absolute pleasure to begin our new series called Inside Tiamat. Now, we're going to be looking at all of the unique and creative features which are available in a mod map, which is currently in its alpha stage, but by far my favorite and most anticipated map. It's called Project Tiamat. The link is down in the description if you want to play this yourself, if you want to play it single player, or if you want to start your own server with it. Or you can come and join our server, of course. I stream on Twitch 6 nights a week, and we do have all our own Ark servers, so the link for that is also down below. Without further ado, I'm going to get stuck straight in, and we are going to be looking today at a feature that you will find under the ocean on the west side of the island. Let's go have a look. So before we even go under the water, I just want to point out the sparkle that you can see on the top of the ocean, on the ocean surface, and the texture that you have on the ocean. It is completely unique. You don't see it anywhere else. And it's absolutely stunning. Anyway, we digress. First thing we're going to do when you go under the water is you're going to notice these red seaweed. Now, the red seaweed is worth harvesting. You harvest it with your hands, and it actually helps your oxygen stat. So as you are swimming under the water, because it is all about the ocean, you're on Project Tiamat, keep consuming the red seaweed and it will boost your oxygen levels. Now here, this is just the start. This is the first unique feature which you are going to love, I know. These are clownfish, and they swim around the anemones. They swim around those. Nemo couldn't say it, I can't say it, no one can say it. And you're going to want to harvest those with a sword or with a dolphin, okay? So you harvest them, you notice you get two things. You're going to get the raw fish meat, which you can use to feed yourself or feed your dinos. You also get anemonium. Now, anemonium is something that gives you a buff against the killer anemones. The killer ones, which I'm going to show you in just a second. Okay, now the buff does not work for dinos, but it does work for humans. So make sure what you're going to do is you're going to consume the anemonium. You're going to consume one, and you see down the bottom of my screen right now that we have got a buff. We've got a buff, and that buff's going to allow us to go and visit these guys. Now these are the killer anemones, and inside some of them you'll find a gland. The gland contains something called neurotoxin, which is twice as strong as biotoxin. Biotoxin and neurotoxin are used to make tranquilizer darts, and the tranquilizer darts from the neurotoxin will be twice as strong as biotoxin ones. As you can see, I am fine. Now, it is worth noting, as I said, that the buff does not work for dinos, okay? The buff does not work for dinos, and an extra thing, you can actually use an anglerfish to harvest the neurotoxin from those, and it's even more effective. The main focus on Tiamat is the underwater, the ocean, and there are, as you can see, loads of rocks, loads of new environments for you to explore. It is absolutely stunning, and as you can see, there's some more Nemo fish. Now, the anemones and the Nemo fish are currently located on the west side of the central island. They will be eventually all over the ocean, no matter where you go. But at the moment, that's where they are. So there you go, guys. One of these to go and get the neurotoxin, which is twice as effective as biotoxin, and only 3 of them are needed to make a dart as well. Another unique feature while we're here under the ocean is that you can actually pick up shells on Project Tiamat, and they will give you keratin. So if you need keratin at the beginning, you know, early game or even late game, to be fair, you can go and you can harvest all of these little shells, and they will give you keratin as well, which can be used in the same way as any other keratin that you find on the map. Guys, the last thing I want to point out is that red seaweed that you use for the oxygen buff while you're swimming, you only want to consume them under the water. I'll let you guys figure out what happens if you consume them outside of the ocean. Guys and girls, it's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. You can join me on Twitch 6 nights a week. The link is down in the description. And hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to continue to see more in this series. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll speak to you again next time. Take care. Goodbye. All right, dude. I think you did all right down there. I specifically like your hat. Did you get it at the same place I got mine? Is that why you got it? To copy me? Honestly. Honestly.